Have you contemplated procedures you could take to become financially free? Have you thought about whether or not it would worth making those necessary steps? When you think about financial freedom, what things come to your mind? How do you rationalize your present situation if you are not yet financially free and justify the process that you would need to go through to become financially free? Those are some of the things that we're going to be discussing here today. So pull up a chair and let's get started. Welcome back to Ira Living. On today's episode, we're going to ponder the thought of whether or not it is worth it to become financially free and to look at what it really is that it requires of us to go down that pathway. Becoming financially free should be everyone's aspiration. And let me explain to you why. When we're in a position when we are financially free, it means that we can take certain liberties with the way in which we live our life, the things that we enjoy doing, the way in which we treat our family and the people around us, and the way in which we carry ourselves. And therefore, this capacity that financial freedom provides individuals is the reason that people should pursue financial freedom. Now, financial freedom looks very different for different people. And so it's important to ponder what it is that financial freedom looks like for us. Because for some people, financial freedom means that they have enough emergency fund available so that they can use that whenever they want to. They're able to send themselves and their family on holiday once for the year. They're able to pay their expenditures, make improvements to their household and to their property if they so need to do. And they're able to give themselves the basic necessities that they have and add on to that for things that they might want. And so they have that remit as theirs. So it's important that you think about what it is that financial freedom looks like for you. For other people, it might be that they have no need to do a 9-to-5. And of course, they have gotten themselves into a place where I refer to it as financially emancipated and deployed. So that means they have the capacity to use the monies they have, to give them the room, and so they can leverage that to become deployed, which is to do things that they're passionate about doing and aspire to do without the burdens of having to think about the income that they're going to be getting from a 9-to-5. Of course, these would be things that can earn them money. However, money is not the greatest reason for why they're doing it. There are also other people who view financial freedom as an opportunity to buy their time. So that means they can have their time to use for whatever reason they want to. And so for them, it's less about money and more about the importance and the value of how they use their time, who they're spending it with, and the way in which they are able to leverage their time to do some of the things that they aspire to do and that they desire to experience. And so it's important that you factor in first and foremost, what does financial freedom look like for you? Now, some of the things that we want to look at and examine when we think about this, some of the things that people highlight when they're going on the journey of financial freedom is firstly, they think about a number that they want to achieve. Well, firstly, I've just highlighted to you that the thing you need to think about first is what financial freedom means to you. Once you've figured out what that is, then it will help you. So you won't need to focus necessarily on a number or a figure that you want to be able to achieve. Instead, what you're looking at is the goal that you're aspiring to, so that you can plan that out and take action in the ways that you need to ensure that you're financially free. For some people, it might just be that they want to be able to have a certain amount of money so that they're able to do the different things that they want to do. So if that's you, then of course a number would be relevant. But for the majority of people who are aspiring to financial freedom, a number is not important. What's important is what they want to achieve when they get themselves into that position of financial freedom. Of course, financial freedom gives us a plethora of different things, and we're just going to talk about 3 of those things here. One of the things that financial freedom gives is that it opens up your time so that you can choose to use that however you will and however you wish. And in so doing, you are able to enjoy some of the things in life that you aspire to do, desire to do, but you weren't able to do it because of the competing events and activities that are in your life. And now that you're in a position of financial freedom, those times are freed up, and so you can leverage the time that you now have to do the things that you already wanted to do. And in another sense of this with the financial freedom, thinking about time and how it also impacts. And this time I'm going to be talking about time as in the future. And what it does is it caters for your future needs. So it helps you to plan out and be more prepared for things that are likely to happen in the future. The second thing that financial freedom does is it gives you a sense of comfort. And that comfort is in knowing that you are spending and you don't need to spend with the worry or the fear that money is going to run out. Now, this by no means suggests that we're just going to go out there and just spend uncontrollably. People who've worked their way through to financial freedom are very conscious of the fact that they need to spend their money sensibly. And so they would implement sensible spending, paying for things that are relevant and necessary, looking for opportunities where they can get deals and offers so that they can maximize the full potential of their money that they have in order to achieve the things that they want to. So one of the things that we would need to focus on, or the second thing, is sensible spending, because that in itself will mean that you don't need to worry about your money running out, because the money you already have that you've accrued, you're also going to be doing things that are going to give you the opportunity to bring in money on top of the money that you already have. So when you go off to do the things that you want to enjoy, when you go on a holiday or you go on your sabbatical or whatever activity you take up, you are aware that the money that you have that you are spending will not run out, because you're spending it in such a way that you've already thoroughly planned out, and therefore you also have a shortfall for the time when your expenses go a little bit beyond what you had budgeted for, because you had factored in that miscellaneous cost in your plan when you had worked that plan out. And the third thing, which quite a few number of people seek to do once they've gotten themselves to a place of financial freedom, is that they seek to quit their 9-to-5. Now, this is not necessarily because they feel like they've had enough money now and they don't need to work anymore, but it's rather because they recognize that the 9-to-5 that they're doing is not as fulfilling as the other things that they want to do. However, they were tied or restrained by the income that they were getting from that 9-to-5, because when they were living paycheck to paycheck, they were relying on the income from that 9-to-5 to be able to do the things that they were needing to do for their survival. And now that they've managed to plan their money well and gotten to the place of financial freedom, they are in a position where they can go off and do the things that they desire to do. So some of those may be projects that will take a little bit longer before it starts to earn. Some things may be things that they were trying to do as hobbies, but they've realized that they are more passionate about it and want to actually pursue that as a career or as a profession. And so it will take them some time to build a footing in which they can earn and supply their general needs. And so this is one of the other avenues in which financial freedom gives you the opportunity to live life to its fullest, because you can now maximize your passions, your talents, your skills, and you can also live out those dreams that you have by being realistic with the monies you have to be able to achieve that lifestyle that you want to live. Remember, financial literacy is revolutionary. It has transformed my life, and I believe that it is able to do the same for yours.